And welcome to the 40th Zoom meeting of the Inspiring Drama Teacher. That's
Wow,
right.
40th.
We've had
Yay!
40 meetings, including this one.
That's amazing.
It kind of we were talking about the pandemic just before we started, and it started around that time. And we've still kept it going through thick and thin. And we've sadly been hearing Mitzi lives in Israel, and yes, everybody there is affected by what's happened recently. And we were also discussing about how drama could be something that could really help people at this time, especially if people aren't able to leave their homes all the time safely. Then at least, we do have the experience of lockdown. And there are many teachers here in this group who have put on productions during that time, have done drama, and it's not a time we want to return to, but we are able now to think about the possibility of not only playing drama games, but even putting on performances.
Putting on a show, yeah.
And they can be really beneficial for spiritually and emotionally for kids who are having a hard time of it otherwise. But welcome to everybody. If you haven't been before, fantastic, lovely to see you. And what usually happens is I bring along a couple of activities, but I also ask if anybody has any questions or any issues that they would like to discuss. So if anybody does, don't be afraid to mention it. And we will have a go at, well, we always manage to answer questions and come up with lots of ideas between us. So a couple of ideas I've got. One is a game which, unfortunately, the only title I've got for it is Threesomes, which for kids isn't a great title, especially because it doesn't mean what you think it means.
Okay.
So that's one of the games. The other one that I was thinking of, and I'll tell you about that in a moment. Oh yeah, status swap. That's quite an interesting activity as well. So I think we'll start with threesomes, just because you probably want to know what it is now. It's very simple. So if you're playing it with a group in a drama studio or a classroom or anywhere, you make a circle, and you've probably played this already. One person goes in and they say what they are as an object, and that's it. So, and they make the shape. So they might typically they come in and they say, "I am a tree," for example. Then a second person has to come in quite quickly and say something related to that first object. So it might be, "I am a dog." All right. And they make the object next to the tree, obviously. And then the third person comes in and links all three and says, I am the sun, or I am an ant crawling on the ground. So it could be anything. Okay, so you've got three people. That's your threesome. Then, now let me get this right. One person that's right, the last person who comes in stays behind. So in this case it would be the ant, and they just stay there and they say, I am an ant. And then we've got a new threesome, so somebody else might come in and say, I am an ant, a bottle of ant spray, for example. Yeah. And somebody else, what could the third person be, do you think? Anybody got an idea? So we've got
Crumb.
Sugar cube.
A sugar cube. There we go. Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice one. That's a
Third
nice
person comes in and they are a sugar cube, right?
That's
And
really
then obviously what happens then again is they hold that for a moment, and then the third person stays behind and they repeat what they are. I am a sugar cube. And you can imagine where that could go next. I am a cup. I am a spoon, So then you've got a new threesome. And if anybody can come up with a better title, Anyone got one or later?
No, I don't have another title, but I think I have something that you could do with it to develop it.
Yeah.
So if you, for instance, with the last one with your sugar cube and your ant and your was it tree as well, yes?
Yeah.
No?
That was
Yeah.
what that was. You're mixing up a few of them
Oh,
together, but
yeah, I know. Okay. So what was it again? Ant and sugar cube
ant spray.
and spray. Oh, yes, yes, yes. So you could have all three objects or people or things or whatever they are react to each other.
Okay. Yeah. That's true. So
Just
maybe
like for a minute, you know, like
so
what happens next?
yeah.
Move, freeze again.
So that what we could do there, that's a great idea. We could use my game of action clip. So you just say
Yes.
action and they move and they might speak. And then when the teacher thinks that it's gone on for long enough, they just say freeze. And then,
Yeah.
of course, the last person would stay in and start the new threesome. So I think we might play this game on Zoom. And so all we need is maybe I will be the teacher and anybody who's got an idea can put their hand up. I'll choose them and they will be the first object. All right. And then someone else, as soon as you have an idea, put your hand up, I'll choose you, and so on. And you've got to make the shape somehow and say what you are. So that probably means you need to unmute and so that you're ready to, because it's quite a quick game. Let's try it out. Okay. So everybody who wants to play, get ready. And who's going to be our first person in with a random object? How about Quentis?
Oh, I choose a random object.
Yeah, just anything you like.
Okay, a cap.
Okay, a cap. Next person, hand up if you've got an idea, or I'll just choose you. Sharon Costello.
I am a head.
A head. Okay. Mitzi.
A person. Sorry, even a person.
Yeah, a head is fine.
Okay.
I'm the wind.
The wind. Okay.
Oh,
So
lovely.
yeah, that's it. So Sharon, even if you are a head, maybe you could go like that or something to indicate that you're the head. That's it.
Okay.
You're the wind. And we'll just keep it as the pure game first of all, rather than with the action. And so the last person stays in, which is Mitzi as the wind. The other two come out, Sharon and Quentis. Mitzi, repeat who you are.
I'm the wind.
Okay, Jan, you're next.
I'm the sun.
Okay, Josie, you're next.
I'm a tree.
Okay, so we've got the wind, the sun, and the tree. And now the first two leave. Josie stays there, repeats what she is.
I'm a tree.
Amy.
I'm a swing.
Okay. Quentis.
I'm a nest.
Okay, nice. Quentis stays in. Now, I am only choosing people who have got their microphones switched on. So if you want to play, then unmute yourself. Okay. So Quentis, repeat.
I am a nest.
Jane.
I am an egg.
Okay.
Great.
David. I am a bird. Okay, so I'm going to stay in now. And I am a bird. And the next one is going to be Sharon.
I am a worm.
Okay. Next one is going to be Jan. What are you?
I am the sun.
Oh, Jan, you can stop being the sun now. But I tell you what, yeah,
Gonna be somebody else.
I love your son so much that you're going to start a new one. So, Jan, can you repeat what you are, please?
Okay, a new one.
No, yeah, just keep with the sun.
Okay, I'm the sun.
Okay, Olapeju, you're next.
Umbrella.
Umbrella. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Amy.
I'm rain. Oh, drizzle.
All right, and then the other two go out. So Jan, you can stop now. And Amy, repeat yours. Jan, you can stop.
I'm the rain.
Okay, good. Mitzi.
I'm a raincoat.
Okay. Quentis.
I'm a pair of rain boots.
Oh, very
Excellent.
nice.
Quentis, you're going to stay in. You're a pair of. Can you repeat it?
I'm a pair of rain boots.
Angeliki. Oh, we can't hear you for some reason. You could show us what you are and we'll try and guess. Pair of rain boots. You are a scarf? No. Okay.
Maybe a pool of water or a
Puddle of
pond.
water,
Yeah.
yay! A puddle of water.
Ah.
So
I thought you were milking a cow.
A cow wearing rain boots.
yeah. All right. Well, look, I think we'll stop there because it's a fun moment to finish the game. And
Oh, I wanted to say I'm a snail.
yeah, a snail would have been really good. So you can see this is quite a quick moving game. So if you've got a face-to-face group, it's a really fun warm-up game just to get, lots of ideas flowing. And you could also try out Joseph's idea of once all the three are in, they could improvise a scene for 30 seconds or something, and then you change over. So yeah, that's a really nice little game, Threesomes. And so any comments or questions or thoughts about that game before we move on? No.
I just wonder why it has to just be 3.
Oh yeah, I think it's just because
Question.
it keeps, it can, of course it can be more. But it's, 3 is like a magic number.
Yeah,
You've just got a kind of a core of people that kind of make, if you have 1, okay, that's one thing. If you have 2, you've got a contrast. If you've got 3, you've got a dynamic in a way. Yeah, Amy.
It's because I teach English. I was thinking if you finish a chapter or you finish a story, you could say 3 people and they come in to do with something with the chapter or the story, and they just have to say what they are. And then once the 2 go out, the next 3 come in to add on to the story and see how much they can remember. And it can be objects, it can be characters, it can be anything, but how much have they remembered of that reading? I think that could be a good one.
Yeah, that's really, that gives it a great context.
Where are you, Amy?
Malaysia. I'm in Johor Bahru in Malaysia.
Okay.
So what's their native language?
English.
Ah,
I teach English. Here they speak Malay and a bit of Mandarin and Cantonese and KL.
so for the kids, it's a second language, English.
I teach it in international schools, so for many it's a second language. Some of them it's the language of instruction that they're kind of used to. It depends.
Yeah. Quentis, whereabouts are you? Because I think we haven't met you before.
Yes, I've just purchased your course and I'm a newbie here.
Lovely.
Where are
I'm
you?
in Taiwan.
Oh, really? Wow.
But I'm from South Africa, but I've been in Taiwan since 2003. Amy, your accent sounds very familiar.
Ah, yes.
Oh, I see. I can see. Okay. It's
So
great.
did you marry somebody from there, Quentis?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
I have 3 children.
Oh, lovely.
A dog, a rabbit, and various numbers of fish. They keep changing because they keep giving birth. Lots of fish.
Cute.
Ever-changing fish. Is anybody else new here or hasn't been very much? Yeah.
This is my first Zoom meeting. I receive your emails all the time, but this is the first time I'm joining the Zoom meeting. And I live in France.
Yeah.
I taught drama in Nigeria for a while before moving to France, and now I'm continuing that here.
There was actually, maybe if other people could switch off their microphones for a moment.
Yes.
Because there's quite a bit of. So Olapeju, did you say where did you teach before you were in France?
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
I taught Nigeria, yes. But now I've moved to France, and I'm continuing to do that. But now not just drama, I'm infusing English as well, because the official language is French. So I'm teaching the kids English, and I'm using drama as the method of doing that.
Well, all I can say is join the club. That's what the majority of people in this group are doing. It wasn't necessarily designed to be that, but that's what it is. Probably because it's an international group. And so this is a great way for people who are teaching English or just drama in different countries to come together and share ideas.
Everyone.
So, has anybody got anything they want to raise before I move on to my next idea? So my next idea then is to do with status. And this is always a great thing to play around with. And I'm sure that many people know lots of status activities. When I'm introducing status to a group, I usually play the game status image. And what they do is they get a partner, and one of them has to be, by the way, of course, status in the United States is pronounced status, okay? But I'm English, so I pronounce it status, like that. So status or status. And so one person has to be high status and the other one has to be low status, okay? And so, for example, someone might go like this to the other person, and that person goes like that, you know. So you've got an obvious high and low status, and they can choose their own situation. So it might be a mother and a child. It might be a parent and a dog. It could be I don't know, a receptionist and a customer in a doctor's surgery. Could be anything you like. And what I would do is get everybody just to make an image, and then every pair shows their image. If you've got odd numbers, you can have a 3 as well. That's fine. You can have a 1, 2, 3. And then it's a really good way to discuss how status or status is shown in drama, because inevitably many people will have one person physically higher than the other. So, you know, it's a good, you can then point out, you know, I like to ask people, what can you see in this picture that tells you which status each person is? And so they will say, oh, that person is higher than the other one. That one is pointing at the other one. Or another important thing to watch out for is eye contact. So quite often somebody who has lower status won't make eye contact, whereas the one who has high status will look directly. Now, obviously, you can play around with this. You could do it again and say, could you make a picture where both people have equal status? And once you start to show these, it's quite interesting, because in the first round, sometimes you ask the rest of the class and they get it wrong. They think, oh, that's the high status person. And it's not always obvious. So it's a really good way of getting people to look at the physicality. And likewise with equal status, you know, it's quite hard to show that you're just equal. You could have your arms around each other, perhaps. But then people might look at the facial expression and say, oh, that person looks more sneaky than the other person, or something like that. So, okay. So that's, you know, like a brief introduction to status. And then this game goes like this. It takes a bit longer. So it's an improvisation where two people could be more, are in a scene, okay, and they can decide what the scene is, or you can give them the situation. And during the scene, two of them have to change status. So if somebody was of high status at the beginning, then by the end of the scene, they've got to be low status, and the person who is low status has got to be higher, you know. And this is quite interesting, I think, and important, because people don't go around being low status, and they don't go around being high status. If I'm high status with my dog, telling my dog off, and then a policeman knocks on the door and says, "I want you to come with me," I will suddenly become low status instead of high status. So, you know, it can change. And so, for example, with the status swap, it could be that, to take an example I mentioned earlier, say you've got a receptionist at a dentist, and you've got a patient in the waiting room, and the patient comes in and says, I've been waiting, or they're sitting there and say, but I've been waiting for an hour now. I wish you'd hurry up. It's really not fair. Can you do something about it? You know, so they're quite high status. And then during the conversation, the two actors have got to find a way to change it so that in the end, the receptionist has the higher status. Do you get the idea? So I thought I could send people off into breakout rooms to improvise a situation like this, and then we could come back and watch it. Does that sound okay? Yeah. All right, then. So let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. So it is possible to do this with more than two people. And you could decide what the third or fourth person does, whether they keep their statuses or maybe they change them as well. Okay, so everybody ready? Everybody want to play? By the way, I've just noticed that people have been putting lots of things in the chat. So thank you for that. Triptych, I like that. 3 in a row. That's nice. Tic-tac-toe is also nice. Pretty Woman. Oh yeah, has that got a status swap scene?
Yes, they do, where she walks into a shop and they kind of say that this isn't a place for you, and then she gets all the money and dresses in the fancy clothes, and then they don't know who she is, and she was like, it was a big mistake for you to treat me so badly. I would have spent a lot of money here.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's a good example, right? Long time. Okay, so thank you. I see your explanation as well. Right, brilliant. I'm going to set up the breakout rooms, and what time is it? It's 25 past. So I'll give you 10 minutes, and because you need to come up with a situation. You probably need to introduce yourselves to each other, and then start trying out some ideas. Right, let me just do this. 2, 4, 5. Create, open, and
Israel because they call
Okay.
the cats Missy.
Ah, okay. I'm learning that for the first time, sir.
Yeah.
No, no sound, Mr. David.
thank you.
Okay.
There are 3 of you because there were odd numbers. That's why, I think. So I'm going to leave you and say goodbye for now. Bye.
Bye.
when they're serving the customer, then they end up like not having enough money for the bill, or having to wash dishes to pay for the meal, so their status will change. So a waiter could be like a low status position and the customer could be high status, but by the end of the meal, that status could change. Just as a situation, like going out for a meal and then suddenly you don't have money to pay for the meal, and now you have to also become a waiter to
Do something to fix it.
to fix the problem. Yeah.
Mhm.
How about that?
Let's do it.
Should I be your waiter? And you can be the customer, or would you like to be the waitress and I'll be your customer?
Let's try. You're the waiter. I'm sorry the interruptions. It's the beginning
okay.
of the day at my school, and I didn't want to miss this opportunity.
No, this is great. Okay, so welcome, Marta, to the let's see, let's give a nice name for our restaurant.
Okay.
What kind of food do you like to eat?
Let's see, Mediterranean.
So welcome to the Super Mediterranean restaurant. Your table is right here. We've supplied the entire buffet, everything that you've wanted. You've phoned in, you've ordered everything, and now the food is ready for you to eat. Please enjoy your meal. And if you need anything, just call me. I'm right here to help.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's my favorite food, so I'm gonna enjoy today.
You're our valued customer.
Get the point. Hi. So for example, at beginning, when you are at high status, you get the point and you kind of fight, turn out to be aggressive. And suddenly the other person could swap. We could swap the status. Like the other one could get the other point, and the second character could turn out to be high status. So we can slightly swap a little bit. What do you think?
Okay, that sounds good. What do you think? What topic would be good to have this argument about?
How about food?
The food that we're eating in this restaurant?
Yeah, maybe. So for example, like durian, that's stinky food. Some people love it, but some people think it's stinky, even though it's sweet, but people can't stand the smell. So
yeah. So maybe one of them gets a dish that is really offensive to the other.
Yeah.
Or has ordered the dish and you know is okay. Yeah. All right, that's good. That's good. Who will we be? Who would you like to be the one that gets offended, or
I'm just
No, I know that. I know. But if you go and get your coffee, you see, so they might be really shirty with you or slow.
Okay, so have I just ordered this off you, and I taste it. I see David's visiting us.
I am.
Yeah, I know.
Ow!
Just ignore me.
That really was disgusting. What on earth did you put in it?
Just your normal love, you know.
It was. I really think whatever you put in this was off. Do you think that you could take it back to the kitchen and
give
bring
it to
me a new
I'll
one?
do it. I'll do it for you, no problem.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome. So soda and lemon and cola and Fanta and coffee and tea. And what else would you like?
No. Please do not put all those things into one glass. That accounts. Do you know what you put in it? Do you know, it tasted to me as if it was supposed to be tea, and it tasted as if you just put coffee in it to warm it up. So that accounts for it, if that's what you think goes into it.
Over here, they love coffee tea, you know. So, I mean, I thought you might want to try Where's everybody else?
You were the keenest ones to return.
Oh, were we?
Yeah. So
we thought we'd be late.
no. So I've only just invited people to come back, so they have 1 minute to do that. Right.
Here's everybody else.
Great. Okay, so hope people had a chance to try something out, and let's just go through. I'm going to let me open my breakout rooms, and then I can remind myself which groups. Oh yeah, okay. Olapeju's got another person with her now. That's nice to see. Hello.
Oh, cute. Hi.
That's my daughter. Sorry, she just needed to do everything.
Okay, well then, let's see. So I think it should be Olapeju's group that goes first. So Mitzi, Olapeju, and Amy, please make sure you switch on your microphones. The rest of us, if we want, we could switch off our videos.
Okay.
It's a good idea so that we see the three, we focus on the three who are presenting.
Oh, we're going first.
All the peasants here, why are they here? They must go away. Tell them to go away. I don't want them here.
We're not going. Please give me food. I'm hungry.
Go away. Tell them to go away.
No, I can't go away. I have to have food.
This is terrible. Bring the guards.
We would not stand for this. No, you have to give us our peace, our food, and our land. It's very important now. We would not stand for this. No,
Right.
never stand for this.
So sorry. I'm so sorry. I never meant to say those things. I'm sure we could come up with something.
You're a liar. Of course you meant to say those things.
No. I really didn't. I really didn't.
Never.
The end.
The end.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Yeah, that was a very powerful little drama there. With a bit of politics going on in it. Really nice. And we could see big changes in the status going on physically and in character. Anybody else like to say what they liked about it or make any comments about it? Remember to unmute. Josie, you're muted.
Yes. I think you said it, David. You know, a bit of politics mixed into it. Yeah, but very apt. Very apt.
Yeah, very contemporary, and shows that although it's a game, it could be quite powerful as well. Doesn't have to just be fun. Could be, you know, fun, but also have a message, which is great. A great way to do drama.
I bet Augusto Ball used things like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To swap status, yeah, because he was very keen political.
Yeah, I'm sure he did that. Yes.
Yeah.
Sounds like something you would do.
Right, I'm going to go on because of time, and that was fantastic. So let's see room 2, which was Sharon and Jan. So they are going to be next, and we can switch our own videos off.
Hey, Jan. Oh, it's so good to see you.
Yeah, look at you. Haven't seen you for ages. How are you?
I am so excited to be here in China. I mean, it's been a lifetime long dream to come and visit you. It's so good to be here.
Yeah. So I'm hungry, so why not we just take a seat and have a look at the menu?
Definitely. This is such a lovely restaurant as well. It's really like cultural and of the you know, it's a very homely type restaurant, as you would say. Is there a menu in English, or is it a very off the beaten track from tourists? Is it English, or is it
I don't think it's the English version here, but I can yeah, I can explain it to you a little bit.
You can translate.
Yeah, of course. So I think they do really good dish with snails. You should really try it. You know what? If you buy it,
oh my goodness! All right.
Texture of the snail, and it's very juicy, very tasty, very tender. You should really try it. Okay.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm here, so yeah, I'm open to trying new things. Definitely.
Okay.
And what about main course and dessert? Can you recommend those two?
Well, for dessert, I think there's very famous fruit here. Very famous fruit here, durian cake. Okay, so they use durian to make cake. I mean, if you like the smell of it, you should really try. So it's a little bit stinky. Some people think it's stinky, but a lot of people love it. It's very, yes, it's sweet. It's very creamy, and it goes quite well with cakes.
All right. Well, I'm again open to trying something different. If you recommend it, why not? I'll go for it. Yeah, it sounds like creamy and sweet. Sounds good. Okay.
So deal.
So, whoa, here's the durian cake that you recommended from earlier, Jan. All right. Well, here goes. Oh, Jan, no. I'm sorry. I can't eat that. I just can't eat that. I mean, it's stinky, but this goes beyond stink. I really can't eat that. I mean, no. I'm
okay, fine. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, and I really do like dessert, but no, this just was not a good recommendation, Jan.
Okay, so let's just try the chocolate cake. Okay, so excuse me. The end.
Well done. Excellent. Really interesting scene. Yeah, quite different kind of obviously a different scene from the first one we saw. What would people comment about the statuses? What status did you observe between the two characters at the beginning, and how did that change? Anybody? Amy?
So at first I was like, I'm not sure what's going on. So they're friends, so it's like equal, and then it starts to shift as soon as well, first Jan is higher because let's try this, and then when Sharon kind of says, no, this is kind of that shift happens again. So that was really good, actually.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think so. That's what came across for me as well, is the equal status. Then Jan, because of her knowledge, gained a bit of status, and but finally, because Sharon found it so disgusting, it kind of made Jan feel bad, and she lost her status in the exchange. So I think that was good. Yeah. It was subtle. I think it wasn't too obvious. So that was really great to see. Fantastic.
And it was quite natural, I thought.
Yeah, that's true. Quite, yeah, well acted, and yeah, couldn't believe that they hadn't worked together before, and yeah. Anyway, no, it was
like such a familiar situation.
Yeah,
it happens very often. Like your friend recommends something that you like or you don't like.
Yeah.
And that's the beginning of a good friendship, right? You kind of feel each other out and like,
So true.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. All right then. So I'm going to go on to room 3, which was Quentis and Martha. It is Martha, isn't it?
Martha.
Sorry. Yeah, my English accent. Excuse me. Okay, I'm gonna let you get on then, and I'll get out the way.
Oh my God, it's Martha Suarez, oh, the famous food critic. at our restaurant, the Mediterranean by the Mediterranean. Wow. Thank you so much for coming to our restaurant and accepting our invitation. I will be your waiter for the evening.
I appreciate the welcoming. Thank you. I didn't expect you to recognize me. I'm here because, you know, Mediterranean is my favorite food, and I heard so many things about this place.
I hope only good things.
Menu. Pardon me?
I hope you've only heard good things, because we only serve the best of the best Mediterranean cuisine right here at Mediterranean by the Mediterranean.
Of course, that's why I'm here. I see so many things in the menu that's, you know, seems like very good. But what do you recommend?
We have a delicious mussel, an oyster dish, a little bit of shrimp on the side, some Tabasco if you like some spice with your seafood. Yes. I recommend everything on our menu, but let me bring you all the food that I recommend, and I think will really satisfy you.
Sounds good. Yes, thank you so much.
Here are all the dishes. Enjoy your meal, and I look forward to a great positive review. Let me know if there's anything else I can help you with.
I'm gonna enjoy my food. It tastes good. Delicious. Very good.
I'm so happy to hear that. I will tell the chef.
Thank you so much.
Well, Marta Suarez,
yes,
it's the end of the meal, and I'm really, really happy you've joined us tonight. And I just have one thing left to give you, and that's the bill.
Please.
Here we go. For you.
Yes.
Yep. Would you pay by check or cash?
What are you talking about? A check? I thought I was gonna be for free. I'm gonna eat for free because I'm, you know. Oh my gosh! I cannot even talk about that.
Oh my God, Marta Suarez, I must apologize. There is no way you could eat for free at Mediterranean by the Mediterranean.
It should be a mistake.
Well, did you bring any money with you?
You wanted my reviews?
Yes, please.
No, it's impossible. I feel.
Well, I have one idea. You could pay for the meal by waitering with me. You could be a waiter at our restaurant for the next 2 hours, and your meal will be paid for.
Are you talking seriously?
Yes.
Well, you know what? I cannot seen as a waitress, so I prefer to wash dishes.
Wash dishes.
Yes.
Well, I'm afraid, Marta, if you want to wash dishes, you have to wash dishes for the next week in order to pay for tonight's meal. Is that a deal?
It's fine. I will do that.
Okay, let's shake on it. Thank you very much. The kitchen is this way.
Thank you.
Okay.
And scene.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have waited for that, but that was fantastic. Yeah, really nice touches in there. Let's see. Anybody else like to comment before I make any further comments? How about Sharon? Let's ask you for a bit of feedback. What did you think?
Oh, it was really funny. I was laughing out loud here for a lot of that. You know, Quintus is such an enthusiastic employee of the Mediterranean by the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
That was a great name. And you know, he sold it all really well to Marita, is it?
Marta,
sorry, to Marta. So yeah, I think the status there was Marta was the, you know, the main food critic, and you know, she had the higher status, and Quintus was doing all the grafting. And then, you know, it switched there, didn't it, in the end, when she got horrified by the bill. But yeah, I thought it was really good.
Well done.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. So well done. It was so good.
Yeah, it was very entertaining. In a way, I was thinking it would have been nice to have the audience's cameras switched on, because I think you would have seen a lot of people laughing during that. But I think also it's a good idea to switch them off, because it might have put you off your stride. As it was, the characters
At
were
the end, I
really,
couldn't stop laughing.
yeah. Well, that,
Corpsing.
I really
Thank you.
love the little touches of having the serviette tucked in, and also the menu. Just having very simple props on each side somehow made it more than just a Zoom meeting, you know, just made it that little bit more. Didn't need much. So that was really great, and we could see it was like a seesaw with the statuses. You could really see that happening. It wasn't sudden. It was kind of like a gradual change until it really was reversed. So well done. Well, we have one more scene to see, which is Josie and Jane, I do believe.
Great. So this Mediterranean, well, I like to order the Formosa chai, and well, that is what I did order, but this, I'm afraid, does not cut it. It tastes as if you've got, you know, as if it wasn't warm enough, so you just put coffee in it. Can you just take that back, please?
Sure, I'll take it back and I'll do it again. Okay, so what would you like in it? Fanta and Sprite and cola? Oh.
It says Formosa chai here. Just don't get too
okay.
carried away.
Okay, all right. Okay. So you want your chai, I mean tea, that's just black tea. And okay, I'll put the secret ingredient in. Okay, here you are.
Well, I hope this is better.
Try.
Mm. Wow. This is like nothing I've ever tasted before. It does still taste as if it's got coffee in it, but there's something really subtle. Did you make this yourself?
Yes, yes. I did the other one too, but you didn't like that one. So I tried the new one.
Is absolutely amazing. I'll recommend this.
Well, good. So you'll come back then. You come back then. Great. Well done. Well, I'll see you again. See you soon then. Bye.
Thank you.
Okay, yes, fantastic. Well done. So amazing to see how culinary inspired our group is today. Apart from the Russian Revolution at the beginning.
Well, we were begging for food.
Yeah, the rest of it has all been about food. And if you do this with kids, they'll probably do the same, because that's the way to a kid's heart, is through their stomach. Yeah, I thought that was a lovely scene as well. We could see again the kind of seesaw, which was really nice. Just while I think of it, I was reminded of an exercise that there's a guy called John Wright, Wright, who's a theatre teacher in the UK, who was a founder member of Trestle Theatre, if anybody knows of them. But anyway, he teaches clowning and comedy. In fact, this is his book. It's called Why Is That So Funny? Okay. Why is that so funny? And it's quite a thick book. I do recommend it. It's all about physical comedy, and it's just full of games and activities. But one thing that he did in a workshop that he ran for me was something that he calls major and minor. And thanks for that link, Quentis. So it's the same as high and low status. But what I remember about it is that we did an exercise where two people were improvising a scene, and outside of the scene, there were two sort of music conductors. And so for example, if it was Amy and Quentis who were improvising the scene, then Marta and Mitzi could have been their conductors, and Marta would be conducting Quentis, and Mitzi would be conducting Amy. So they'd be given a situation such as the restaurant, and then actually, sorry, I'm going to backtrack. I'm going to say I think it must have been one conductor. So it's one person conducting both. Otherwise, you could have had a bit of confusion with both of them being high and so on. So it's probably best to have one conductor. And they could make both people high, or they could make the left-hand person, which would be Quentin, lower, and then there's a mood change. So that could be one to follow up with this after this game. Yeah, I'm a bit rusty on it. You could do it with two conductors, you could do it with one, I think, but I think that would be a nice way so that there would be a change going on. And it's nice for the performers because they think, oh, right, okay, I've really got to make my point now, or I've got to give way to the other character. And status, of course, is something that in improvisation never goes away, and it's always got to be explored. And what you sometimes find is with actors, whether they be adults or kids, that they might have their own high status version or interpretation of themselves. So there are some people who find it really hard to play low status, and they will play low status, but they will play it in a kind of high status way. But, they don't want to be seen as stupid or more inferior. So I think that's, something that we need to teach people. Anyway, any more for any sort of comments about whether you think you could use these activities from today and how you might use them?
Well,
I think
if you don't mind.
Let's go with Marta first of all.
Okay, go.
Well, I use it at the beginning and the class of the end to calm the kids down when they are so excited after playing or presenting or something. And at the end, they just play music so they know they have to start to relax for the end. It's kind of giving them a clue of the class is close to the end.
So are you talking about a drama lesson or just an English lesson?
Drama lesson.
Okay.
Because I teach only drama.
Okay. Yeah.
K. So they at that age, they are so excited and they don't know, how to, calm themselves down.
Yeah, that is an important point. Yeah, a lot of people have rituals where all the kids sit in a circle. Quite a nice thing at the end of a lesson is for everybody to say one thing that they are going to take away from the lesson. It's a nice thing. Yeah. How about anybody else who thinks that they could use the status ideas?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think I'm doing 4 drama groups at the moment. I think all of them would benefit from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you could also, sorry.
If you're working on a show and there is that issue in the show, then you can take out those characters and they can improvise, to reach a deeper understanding of the characters in the show.
Yes.
That's you can even reverse the obvious statuses sometimes just to, in a different way. Yeah. Quentis.
I think usually there's leaders in the class, they always are great models for other students, and having them have higher status, recognizing that their ability, their skill, their talent, their offerings to the class are great, and then flipping that on the other way, having them lead an activity where the teacher is of a lower status than the students. So you're actually interacting not from teachers centered down, but students centered down to the teacher. You could also have a lot more having them pretend to be a teacher raises their status up. I don't think all students would be able to do this, but having like students that you know would be able to like put on that teacher hat and then flip the status in a classroom situation would also give empower students to take control of their drama learning. Just an idea.
Jan.
Yes, I think for the status game is also good, especially for the students learning English as a second language, because normally when they do some reading, they just read the words from the text, from the content. But if they use the status to tell them to get to know each character first and how they move, how they talk, how their words should go, I think it's a very good way for them to practice their voice and to practice their influence of the sentence as well. That's a really good activity for them to practice the characters, to learn the characters from the stories.
Yeah, excellent point. Yeah, really useful. So now what's the time? Oh, it's an hour. So there we go. Fantastic. So I really enjoyed seeing what you did. And I think it's great for people to have the chance to meet each other in a pair or threesome setting, which I might now call 3 in a row. I quite like that name. It's a good name.
3 in a row.
Any last questions, comments before we finish? No. So thanks very much, everybody. And
thank you
all for the next meeting in November, which will be the 41st. Is it? No.
Wow.
December. What? Yeah. What is it? It's October now, isn't it? Yeah. It's so easy to get mixed up with the months at this time of the year. You think, oh, Christmas is coming soon for those of us who celebrate Christmas. School can be a crazy time. Right. Yeah, thanks very much, everybody, and look forward to seeing you all very soon.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks a
Thank
lot,
you
everyone.
very much.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Nice
Bye
to
for
meet
now.
everybody.
Bye.